In late October 1944, as U.S. Marines struggled to gain the upper hand on Peleliu and Angaur in the Palau Group, General MacArthur's troops stormed ashore on Leyte in the central Philippines. Supporting the landing was the U.S. 3rd and 7th Fleets, which in turn were screened by submarines deployed to interdict a Japanese counterattack. Naval planners believed a move against the Philippines would force the remnants of the Imperial fleet into battle, and they were not disappointed. Within hours of the American landing, the Japanese combined fleet launched a complex three-pronged attack that would sacrifice what remained of their carrier force in order to annihilate the American landing at Leyte. But it was American submarines that drew first blood. Patrolling west of Palawan Island near midnight on October 22nd, the SJ radar sets aboard American submarines Darter and Dace detected the Japanese center force bound for San Bernardino Strait at a range of 30,000 yards. Darter and Dace pursued on the surface at full power with the intention of making a submerged attack at first light. Darter struck first, sinking the heavy cruiser Otago and damaging her sister ship Takao. Minutes later, Dace followed with a spread that sank Maya. In a separate attack west of Luzon, Bream disabled another Japanese cruiser, the Aoba. It would get little better for the Japanese. On the 24th, U.S. carrier aircraft badly mauled elements of the combined fleet in the Sibuyan Sea, while a U.S. force that included 5 salvaged battleships that had begun the war in the mud at Pearl Harbor annihilated the southern wing of the Japanese effort in Surigao Straits. It had been a rout, but as the Japanese hoped, Admiral Halsey then steamed off in pursuit of the carriers of the northern force, leaving San Bernardino Strait completely unguarded. So it was that early on the morning of October 25th, the Japanese center force emerged from the strait and steamed southward along the coast of Samar toward the transport fleet at Leyte, opposed only by 16 slow and lightly armored escort carriers and their screen of destroyers and destroyer escorts. The Americans took a terrible beating as Japanese battleships sank 2 escort carriers, 2 destroyers, and a destroyer escort. But such was the ferocity of the defense that the Japanese believed they were engaging major fleet units. As the battle raged, the Japanese attack, hampered by a combination of poor communications, lack of coordination, and above all the lack of air strength, wavered and then stalled. Although there was precious little to prevent it from blasting through to Leyte Gulf, the center force turned and headed back where it came from. Far to the north, Halsey found the Japanese carriers and sank all 4 of them, leaving what remained of the northern force to run a gauntlet back to Japan through several scouting lines of submarines, which succeeded in picking off a light cruiser and a destroyer.